What's going on, people? It's Peter. I want to hit on this topic called homosexuality. Um, it's not a good thing to be in to begin with, and I'm not saying this to be mean or anything. It's sinful nature. God says it's an abomination, and I'm not saying that to be hateful towards anyone. Know that. It is in the Bible. You can see right here in Leviticus 18:22, you shall not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. Meaning that basically if you're a man, you shouldn't be lying with man. If you're a woman, you shouldn't be lying with woman. And it is the natural use of a woman to be with a man, as it is written in Genesis 2:24. But we'll get to that in just right now, as a matter of fact. In Genesis 2 verse 24. Hold on a sec. Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And that's basically saying that he shall leave his home and go to, and be with his wife, and now have his new family. And it goes on and on and on. And the son eventually grows up, he leaves his home. Son or daughter grows up, leaves their home, clings to their man or woman, whatever this is, which depending upon, you get the idea anyway. And on this topic, I've heard a lot of people say that it's not in the New Testament, it wasn't said, Jesus didn't say anything about it. True, but remember, God said in the Old Testament that it is an abomination. Remember that. Also, but it is also written actually in the New Testament, believe it or not. Romans 1 verse 26 to 27. And there we will read, For this cause God gave them up to vile afflictions, for even their woman did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Likewise also the men leaving the natural use of a woman, burned in their lust toward one another, men with working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense and the error which was me. It's basically all wrongdoing. And I'm not saying that to be hateful, but it is important that we are to love everyone. But homosexuality is not a good thing. It's against the Bible. And I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this because I love you, and I love all of you who watch this channel. I do. Even the ones who hate on me, want to spit on my face, want to beat me up. I love you. Know that. God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son. But as long as we're living in sin, well, we're just going to be deeply depressed. Because sometimes that's what sin does to you, is that it can leave you an emotional scar sometimes. But that's a different topic. Anyway, that's basically how I feel about it, is that it's not a good thing, but yet we are still to love. Okay, I probably should have said this at the beginning. We are to love the homosexual, not hate the homosexual. We are to hate homosexuality. And just know that that if you are constantly looking for a change, and you're looking to be saved, you're homosexual or whatever sin that you're in, or whether it could be any sin, it could be pornography or whatever. Know that only God can change your heart if you want Him to. as it says in 1 Corinthians 10 verse 13, there is no temptation taken you, but such is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will the temptation also make a way to escape, that you be able to bear it. What that basically is saying is that there's a way to get out of that temptation. Only God can change your heart. And I think there's more scripture. You know what? Even when Jesus breathed new life into the disciples, you know what? Let me not get into that any more scripture, because that's what I got so far. Anyway, love the homosexual, hate the sin. God bless you.